Right, welcome to the daily market analysis for 5 May. What we're going to do today is go over updates to the market since last night and also identify setups happening tonight going into tomorrow. All right, first off, happy Cinco de Mayo for those that celebrate. I am actually going to be enjoying dinner with my family tonight. That's why I'm doing this this early, so y'all still get the information that y'all need. All right, first pair is going to be EC, EURCAD. Starting at the daytime frame, as always, we still have a huge, nice W on the working the low right now. Move over to the 4-hour time frame. You see a little bit of consolidation here for the past 16 hours. They've issued us a sun, right? That's still valid. TDI is at the low level. We're expecting some rise tonight. Go down to the 1-hour time frame, zoom out a little bit. You see they extended that low, did a stop hunt, basically another level. But as of right now, we got first leg potentially coming down for a second leg tonight before taking off. We shall see how they behave. I pushed this out earlier, currently at 9 pips. I'll jump down to the 15-minute time frame. Here we are in Asian session. They've given us our initial low and our initial high right here at the 50 EMA. I'm just waiting for the EMAs to cross back over coming down to determine whether they are going to continue pushing. The EMAs have crossed on the 5-minute, but they also did that and pinned the 50. So I'm just standing by, waiting to see how they behave here. If they continue and close below the 50, I'm gonna push the exit trade, and then we will enter back in tonight once they reach the low, and see. We'll see how they behave down here. All right. So currently at 9 pips. Hopefully they pull up. All right, moving on to NJ. So on the daytime frame, just as a reminder, 1, 2, 3, and now working on a fourth hit. We call this a 22, a huge 22. So 1, 2 on this M, and then 1, 2 on this M. TDI approaching that top Bollinger Band once again, giving us that confirmation. All right, drop down to the 4-hour time frame. The second leg here, they've issued us a star. TDI is right above the market baseline. So we're looking for them to cross back over, coming down tonight. Drop down to the 1-hour time frame. Here we are in Asian session. Right, they've given us our initial low and our initial high. TDI has basically been consolidating. You see that sideways movement. They were outside of the Bollinger Band during the US session, right? Came back in. Expecting them to drop tonight. Drop down in the 15-minute. There's our first leg. Second leg, issuing a sun at the top of this wick here, and TDI is at the market baseline now. So we shall see. This might take off before London tonight. This might drop during the Asian session. Drop down to the 5-minute time frame. You see that extension of the previous high. This is now the new high. We're just waiting for that second leg on the 5-minute. Then we'll wait for the EMAs across and for them to close below this 13 EMA here. That'll give us the confirmation, because we are working off the peak here, right? This is the high. I'm willing to trade this pair based off this setup during the Asian session, especially if it falls within the last quarter of the box, basically anywhere here and over. I'm definitely willing to trade that. All right, so That's NJ. Moving on to the CAD yen. Still working that high. That sun is still valid. It's held. It hasn't been shifted over. TDI is on its way up to the high level line. Pointed out last night, you could see slightly a M right here. More so consolidation, but you can see first hit right here, it came down just a little bit and then back up for a second, and then this is what it looks like here, first and then second here. Go over to the 4-hour time frame. Again, first leg came back up, second leg, and they're dropped down to the 13, didn't close below it, right? And now it's on its way back up now to retest that high once again. I did say that this was the range for the reversal, and that is still valid. I'll go ahead and pull this over, right? Extend that so it falls within current price action. So that is where we're looking for the reversal. All right. During Asian session, where we're at, price action has given us our initial low and our initial high. And this is really where we're looking for them to peak at, right? Coming to retest this high. I did say that they could potentially come back up and retest this one, right? The top of this orange box. What that would look like would be them coming up some, dropping back down, either at the mid-Asian line or the low of the day, right? The Asian low. And then giving those 3 vectors towards the stop punt box, the 25 pip box, giving us that M, and then dropping down. Or they could just blow out the Asian box. Let's see, from here to here, that would be only 20. So they could continue to rise during Asian session and still give us a valid box, right, for the CAD yen. And then it would in turn also be another hit to the high. We'll just drop down immediately to the 5-minute time frame, wait for that second leg on the 5, and then EMA cross and close below the 13, and then we'll take that tonight. All right, moving on to the New Zealand dollar and the CAD. So this one is pretty much taken off already. Only way we will trade this, let me zoom in a little bit. Only way we would trade this is if they were to come back down and retest this low. Based on TDI right now, I don't foresee that happening. Reason why, I'll drop down to the 15-minute. Reason why we did not take this trade. Let me slide this over. Reason why this trade was not taken was, you can see that last hit before it took off was right at the beginning of Asian. Either I like to trade the last quarter of the Asian box or the London session, this gray box. But this one right here was right at the beginning, end of the day, which is where they do their aggressive move, right? False move, session ending, and then they took off. They knew what they were doing. So we let that pass, right? Missed money is not lost money. So again, NC, we won't be trading unless they come back and retest that low. All right, and GJ, last but not least. So on the daytime frame, they're still working that head and shoulders pattern, right? Left shoulder, here's the head, right shoulder, and then they've been consolidating off of that right shoulder for 1, 2, 3, 4, now 5 days, coming back up to retest the high of that right shoulder. Now you see TDI is at the market baseline, which lets us know they could be dropping tonight. All right, we'll drop down to the 4-hour time frame. You can see that consolidation a lot clearer, basically bouncing off that 50 EMA. But as put this shape in here so y'all can see it. But as they continue to come up, that triangle gets a lot shorter, a lot slimmer, a lot smaller. There it is. Right there. Oops. No, it won't let me pull it. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. So as they continue to bounce off that 50 EMA, that triangle gets a lot smaller. So they're eventually going to run out of room to continue that trend, and they're going to basically make an aggressive move out of that zone. The market makers basically inducing traders long, right? You pull back real short, small candles, hit that 50 and pull back up real aggressively, giving them that fear of missing out, right? Make them think irrationally. They consolidate. Nope, still haven't got my numbers yet. This time they shifted down fast, right? And then pull back up just as fast. Again, giving them that fear of missing out. So this drop, when they do shift the zone, is going to be very aggressive, and it's going to be a move potentially tonight. They come back up towards this market baseline here. Drop down to the 1-hour time frame. You see it's on its way back up now. During Asian, they're giving us the low and the high. Working the high now. TDI on the 1-hour time frame is at the the market baseline. If they blow past this tonight and hit that top Bollinger Band, that would only mean that they are retesting this high here. So this would be a reference point for tonight. Add that rectangle in there. That is where you're looking for the reversal. I'll change this color to pink. Orange. All right, there you go. So that is the range right there for the reversal. And that is it for the night. If you have any questions, let me know. Hit me or Nick up. Other than that, y'all have a good night.